What's up, guys? Welcome back to another mock draft. So let's just get right into it. With the 28th overall pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Leighton Vander Esch, inside linebacker out of Boise State.
Leighton Vander Esch is someone that we're extremely high on. Leighton Vander Esch, I think, will be a beast in this league no matter what team he's with. He's just an absolute freak of a talent, really. Freak of a football player. He's got great size, great speed for his size, great run support.
He's got very nice strength. He's very good in coverage.
Yeah, he's very good in coverage, very talented in coverage. He's a consistent tackler. So he's really everything that we need at the inside linebacker position where it stays year out this season. So he would be an absolute perfect fit in Pittsburgh. And if you think about it, he's really an ideal Steeler.
Right, of course.
Leighton Vander Esch would be an absolute perfect pick in the first round. Because, there's really two positions. Really, 3 or 4 positions I see us going in the first round. Inside linebacker, running back, quarterback, or possibly corner or outside linebacker. And Leighton Vander Esch, if he's there, it's kind of hard to pass on him.
Right,
So,
of course. I mean, the guy, his talent, you just can't pass up
absolutely. And I know he only started 1 year at Boise State, but you can really say the same for T.J. Watt. And look what he did last year. And the thing is, with Leighton Vander Esch, if we draft him, he wouldn't be the starter day one.
Exactly,
which
because
would
we got
benefit
Vince
him.
Williams and John Bostic, plus Tyler Matakavich to fill in as well.
Right. So really, it'd benefit him. He's in a play style that he is familiar with, and he's the type of inside linebacker that the Steelers love to draft. And he's really an old school linebacker if you think about it. And he wouldn't start day one, which would benefit him because he'd learn under the system. He could possibly start in special teams to get his feet wet a little bit. And when he eventually develops into that starter, he wouldn't be too pushed or too too
rushed to be in a position that you just start right away.
Right. I can't think of the term right now. I'm having a huge brain fart.
But I think you guys know what I mean.
Yeah, he wouldn't be too nervous, I really can't think of the fucking term, I swear to God. I'm probably going to watch this video and I'm going to think of the term and I'm going to feel like a fucking dumbass, but you guys know what I mean, though. He wouldn't be too nervous, he wouldn't be too forced, he'd be comfortable when he eventually becomes that day one starter, so.
Right,
Leighton Vander Esch in the first round would be a very awesome pick. Like I said, he's got great size, great speed for his size, very talented in coverage, good run stuffer, very consistent tackler. So, basically everything that we need at the
inside linebacker position.
Yeah, Vander Esch in the first round would be a very nice pick. I can see him lasting to 28, and if he's there, he's kind of hard to pass on.
Right.
So, Vander Esch in the first round would be very nice. And with the 60th overall pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Dallas Goedert, tight end out of South Dakota State.
This is a guy that we could really use in this offense.
Absolutely. Tight end is really the only position that we need to fulfill in the offense.
That's really not consistent.
Right. Tight end is really the only inconsistent position that we have on offense. And filling that void would really complete this offense, would make this offense much scarier, especially with the new offense coordinator, Randy Fitchner, this upcoming season. So.
And yes, I already know we have players at the tight end position like Vince McDonald, Jesse James, Xavier Grimble, Jake McGee. I get that, but we need a consistent tight end, and Dallas Goedert could very well be that guy.
Absolutely, and the thing about Dallas Goedert is that he's got good speed, obviously good size, good strength to him, so he's good
ass body control. He's got very nice hands.
Absolutely, this guy's a freak. This guy is going to be a freak, and the Steelers have shown major interest in not only the tight end position but Dallas Goedert specifically.
I believe he was actually the first player. When the combine started, I think it was the first player that we actually met up with.
Yeah,
the very first player. So we're interested as fucking him.
And especially in the tight end position. So don't be surprised if we go tight end in the first few rounds. Which honestly, I kind of hope we do, because we need to fulfill that tight end position. We haven't had a consistent tight end since, of course, Heath Miller.
Yeah.
And Dallas Goedert would be a perfect fit at tight end. Good size, good speed, great body control, great hands, great concentration when it comes to the football, great run blocker. Him in this offense would be perfect. He'd be a freak. Only issue with this pick is, will he last till 60? I don't know. He's one of the best tight ends in this draft. He could very well go in the first round. He could go in the early second round. Only issue is, will he last? I could see it. I could see him dropping somehow because there's not too many teams that need tight ends.
Of course.
I don't know. I could see him lasting, but at the same time, I couldn't. But if he is there around 2, he's very hard to pass on. And Dallas Goedert, someone that we've shown a lot of interest in, will be a great pick in the second round. It will really complete this offense.
Absolutely.
So,
with the 92nd overall pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the Pittsburgh Steelers selected Sean Elliott, safety out of Texas. AKA the Joker.
Yeah, Deshaun Elliott is a very underrated safety. I think he's going to surprise a lot of people. And him learning under Burnett and potentially being Burnett's successor would be absolute fantastic. You know, because obviously he's not going to start day one. He can start in special teams, which would be a great way to get his feet wet, get him to learn the system, know the NFL, all that shit. And after 2 or 3 seasons, after Burnett's gone or whenever, he can come in, he'll be ready, and he'll be hopefully our next big safety.
And he'll still be young.
Absolutely, which is good. Him and Davis could be a very great safety duo.
Absolutely.
If we do indeed draft him. So, Deshaun Elliott, man, doesn't really have too much speed to him, but he's got good size, great agility, great ball skills. He's good in run support as well, great in coverage. Deshaun Elliott is an underrated freak.
Absolutely.
He really is. Him backing up Morgan Burnett, and we can have Nat Burhay back up Davis if we wanted to, would be a great safety position, great safety depth,
Of course.
So, Deshaun Elliott in the 3rd round would be a nice pick. It would really show that we are thinking about our future at the safety position because, of course, Burnett's not going to be the long-term
safety. He's concerned that he is 29
right,
years old.
He's not going to be the long-term solution at the safety position. This is just a temporary fix. While if we draft Deshaun Elliott and have him learn under Burnett, we have that long-term safety. So
exactly.
Him in the 3rd round would be a very nice pick. And like I say, he's very underrated, and I think he's going to surprise a lot of people. So Deshaun Elliott in the 3rd round would be a very nice pick. So
absolutely.
With the 148th pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Tre'Quan Smith, wide receiver out of UCF.
This guy is absolutely underrated as hell.
Very.
Like, this guy did very freaking good in USC. Or USF. UCF, my bad.
Yeah.
I'm mistaken to college, my bad.
Yeah, this guy, like you say, he's very underrated. He's got great size. He's got great speed for his size. He's got great concentration on the football. He's a very good deep threat. He's got good hands.
He's a damn good deep threat. And Ben loves those tall receivers, and he loves throwing the ball deep. So him and Tre'Quan Smith will have a nice connection with those deep balls.
Right, and of course, we all know the Steelers like to draft their receivers, and I definitely see us drafting a receiver, whether that be whenever, round 2, round 3, round 5, round 7, don't matter.
Steelers love to draft receiver no matter whatever round it is.
Right, and I think we got to start thinking about our future slot or outside guy because we don't know what's up with Martavis Bryant after the season.
Of course.
So we could potentially move, if we draft Tre'Quan Smith, we could potentially move him outside because he can play outside and inside. We can move him outside and keep Juju in the slot, or we can move Juju outside and put him in the slot.
Right.
A 6'1" guy that ran a 4.49 in the slot would be very intense. Would be a very scary matchup. So,
exactly. And the reason why I think we have us getting him in the 5th is because obviously there are a lot of good other receivers that are ahead of him, and he didn't have really good quarterback play in UCF.
Right.
I think if he had better quarterback play, I think he'd be maybe a 2nd, 3rd round pick.
Absolutely.
I think he has the talent to be a 2nd, 3rd round pick.
I absolutely agree. He's a very underrated talent. He did very well at UCF. I think he's going to really surprise a lot of people.
But with the guys that are ahead of him, that's why I think he's going to drop to us in the first 5th round selection.
And that's where we can get an absolute steal in the 5th.
Exactly.
And he'd be a great depth. He'd be a number 4, number 5 guy. He could potentially battle with Justin Hunter for a roster spot because we resigned Justin Hunter to a 1-year extension, which he
could fight with Eli Rogers to be the 4th guy.
If we resign Rogers, we haven't signed him yet. But
I heard that we will once he recovers from his ACL injury.
Or we've shown interest in him. But yeah. He'd be great depth, but very well could develop into a great slot guy in the future. So, Tre'Quan Smith, or not Tre'Quan, I wish we would get Tre'Quan Smith. Tre'Quan Smith in the 5th round would be an absolute steal. Very nice pick and would apply depth at the wide receiver position and with his offense. It would give Ben another nice target.
Absolutely.
So,
Well, the 165th pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Darius Phillips, cornerback out of Western Michigan.
This is really to apply depth at the corner position.
But this is also to apply our return specialist.
Yeah, because he is a very well-established, very good, very fast, agile, elusive, great return specialist.
Whether that's in the kickoff or the punt return.
Right, we can put him at the punt return. That obviously takes some pressure off of AB, and hopefully we have our long-term punt return, which we haven't had in a while.
Darius Phillips is a hell of a return specialist. He did freaking fantastic in Western Michigan in the return game.
Absolutely. So, him with us would absolutely really help that return game because obviously that's something we lack. We lack special teams, and we kind of fixed that with the Nat Burhay signing. We added a very great, probably one of the best special teams players in the league, but
right now,
we still lack a specific returner. someone like a Darius Phillips can come in who is, like I said, very agile, very fast, very explosive, very elusive, very well established in the return game would be great.
Not only that, like I said, when we had him in a mock draft like a couple weeks ago, I can't remember. He's not that bad of a corner either. He's very good. He can fight with Sense Ball or Brian Allen to take, Will Gay's spot.
Yeah, for the diamond slot position. So,
yeah.
Darius Phillips would be a nice pick. Would really help the special teams and would apply depth to cornerback position. So.
Yep.
And with the 220th pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Deidre Sanat, defensive tackle out of South Florida. This is done by depth at the defensive tackle position.
But this is also a guy that could very well fight over Daniel McCullers to take over the second defensive tackle, to be the second defensive tackle on the
position, yeah. He can do that, or we could, because we signed McCullers to a 1-year extension, obviously, which is nothing but depth. But like you said, he could battle with McCullers for the number 2 spot at defensive tackle. Or we could sign Sanat to the practice squad, and when McCullers is gone after this season, he develops and becomes the number 2 guy, and he can rotate with Hargrave, really keep that defensive tackle fresh, and would really help our defensive line as well.
Of course.
Yeah, it's depth, but really would be a nice rotational guy and would help Hargrave as well. So.
Right, of course. Excuse me. With the 256th overall pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the Steelers' last pick, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Cody O'Connell, guard out of Washington State.
This is a guy we've had in several mock drafts. This is a guy that is very underrated and someone we're really high on. And like we said several times, we know Munchak likes to develop those late round, very tall, very underrated guys like Kelvin Beachum, Alejandro Villanueva, Chris Hubbard, Ramon Foster. I mean,
B.J. Finney.
Yeah, exactly. So he likes to develop very late round or undrafted, underrated guys. And Cody O'Connell would be another one of those guys. He's nicknamed the Con for a reason.
Of course.
Very underrated offensive lineman. Would be absolute great fit in this offense. It could very well replace Foster eventually, or it could be a great rotational backup. So, anyway, guys, that's our mock draft. We'll let us know what you guys think in the comments below. We will more than likely be back with another mock draft this week before we do our final mock draft next Wednesday before the NFL Draft.
Yeah, the NFL Draft is 1 week away. I'm excited, man.
Yeah, man, me too, man. So look out for another mock draft this week, and then we'll have another one Wednesday. And we'll probably have a special video out later this week, so look out for that. Otherwise, we'll see you guys in the next video.
Like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you later.
Peace!